there. Thought I'd do a little vlog post update. It's day 60,000, I don't know, whatever, of quarantine. I guess people outside are angry about traffic, which is interesting. I live in a city, so, horns blowing, that's actually a almost endearing sign of normality. Um, Things still aren't open in Philadelphia. I don't think they're going to be opening anytime soon. Um, Looking at, all the states and stuff that are opening and the spikes in coronavirus cases. So that's got me a little bit down because my birthday is coming up in a couple weeks. I think a couple weeks. Whenever June 3rd is from now, I think it's May 20th. I'm not entirely sure. So, however many days. But I don't know that there's a real grandiose point to this vlog. I'm just talking about my life right now. And I haven't left my bedroom in about 24 hours. I've been having, I am a lifelong chronic sufferer of insomnia and sleep related issues. And before you suggest, have you tried ... Yes, I have. I've tried just about everything just short of heroin at this point. So, it's, I've always had trouble sleeping. Staying asleep, falling asleep, sleeping at normal times, being awake at normal times, functioning at normal times. This is a challenge for my life. It always has been. About a year ago, I went through a whole array of sleep-related therapies and appointments because I have a circadian rhythm disorder, delayed sleep phase type, which sort of means that my sleep-wake schedules are often hours ahead or behind. I'm not entirely sure of where they should be. For the past few nights, I'd been falling asleep. I've been trying to go to bed early. So, I'd fall asleep around 10, wake up at midnight, and be awake till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Fall asleep, wake up around 2 and function a little bit, take a nap, and, wash, rinse, repeat, and trying to get back on a schedule. Now, I went through months of therapy with a sleep therapist. I've seen a sleep psychiatrist, my regular sleep doctor, and all of this. And the only thing that worked in the end was trazodone. So I'd been taking 100 milligrams of trazodone for almost a year at this point, and then that stopped working, kind of, because I'd had some medication changes, and I had gone through a treatment program for depression called transcranial magnetic stimulation. And I had just kind of completed that program right around the time that this whole quarantine coronavirus stuff started happening, and working from home for the past 2 months. So luckily my day job is well aware of my strange sleeping problems. So, they're used to me answering emails at like 2 a.m. and doing, the work stuff I have to do at weird hours. And they've been really supportive and stuff like that. But talked to my psychiatrist, got another sleeping pill called Lunestra, and it isn't really doing shit. And, it's just hard, especially when because I'm solo quarantining, so it's just me and the cats. And, apparently my neighborhood's not solo quarantine because I'm hearing a lot of ruckus outside. But, It's one of the things of living in the city. I usually do videos at night when it's quieter because you can hear like the buses and stuff going by on the street and whatnot. But I guess the gist of this vlog is to talk about, because I know I'm not alone, mental health issues in, not only in the times of coronavirus, but, sort of in the witchcraft community, because, I see a lot of these currents kind of going through other people's posts and things of that nature. And, just kind of wanting to talk about some of the things I struggle with. And like, I'm a couple days behind on fulfilling orders just because the post office closed at 5 o'clock today. Obviously didn't make it to the post office because I'm still in bed and it's after 5 p.m. So I have some orders to fulfill and things like that. So I apologize to my customers who have orders waiting. I'm doing the best I can. It's been a challenge I've tried everything to get back on some semblance of a sleep schedule, and last night was really rough. I pretty much, I think it took about 30 milligrams of Valium to knock me out around 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning. So I slept most of the day after that. Starting to recoagulate into some semi-human form. I would have brushed my hair for the video, but my brush is downstairs. I don't feel like going down there and getting it. So apologies for the messy hair. But you get a change of scenery of my lovely bedroom. It's been a lot to deal with. The solo isolation. And yay! It's probably an Amazon delivery. I think I ordered some supplies or something. They just like to ring the doorbell when, to let me know they're here. So it's not like I actually have to go downstairs and get it, but it'll just be there. But the functioning part is really hard sometimes, and especially, I'm getting hit at it from, 2 months worth of social isolation and not sleeping like in any sort of congruent structure that is maintainable, because every day it's entirely different. Sometimes I sleep a couple hours, wake a couple hours, sleep a couple hours, wake a couple hours. If I take my trazodone, I will sleep for a good 12 hours straight and then be in a haze for several hours, even if I take a quarter dose. So, it is what it is. Someday I will have to join the 9 to 5 living society again. Just doesn't seem like that day is going to be anytime soon. And I keep trying to push myself into some semblance of being awake and asleep at a normal time. It hasn't been working. It's really annoying. Last night I felt like I was at my first point of a minor sleep, insomnia-induced, quarantine-induced psychotic break. More amusingly than I don't know. With a history of mental illness, it's not easy. So I'm just being very frank and candid about it. Nothing bad happened. I eventually, knocked myself out and slept it off. Probably made some strange Facebook posts, but, if you happen to be Facebook friends with me, you're probably used to my very strange Facebook posts, so nothing new there. Anyways, but I'm just trying to stay strong, will myself out of bed to function. I may shower before that. I don't know. I'm someone who draws like strength and energy and stuff like that through water. So I take a lot of baths. Good thing I make a lot of bath products too. So that makes it a little more fun. But normally I edit out my vaping, but I don't know. I just don't care at this point. But you know, I made a video vlog entry. Maybe it was the last one I did about finding spirituality and things like that in times of crisis and things. And that does help. It really has helped me. When you kind of go through those dark nights of the soul or whatever you want to call it, and you struggle and whatnot, is to kind of ground yourself and to find your strength. And a lot of that I do find through my magical practice and through reading, through the occult knowledge, through my workings in the astral realm and things of that nature. I'm pretty sure everyone I know probably thinks I'm absolutely crazy, but they knew that to begin with. It was a pre-existing condition. But anyways. Some days are harder than others. I'm having more hard days than I was initially. I try to keep myself as busy as possible, but sometimes I just can't function. Yesterday was a low functioning day. I've got a list of things I want to get through every day, and I did not get through most of them yesterday. Finished bottling some oils, because the bottled oils were out of stock. So in case people order them, I had to, I still have like 10 different ones I still need to bottle. But I'll get to it when I get to it. And I had to finish packaging up some Florida water bath salts. So, I think I had some extras. So now I get to have a Florida water bath salt. It's awesome. The good news is I did finally order, and they are going to be delivered 8-ounce bottles, because it's taken me 2 months to find 8-ounce plastic bottles for my products, because I use them for my bubble baths and herbal hair rinses, and slowly have been running out. And I had an order placed earlier in May that was supposed to arrive on Saturday, and on Saturday got a notification, oh, your order's been canceled, these are out of stock. I'm like, could you not have let me know in the previous 2 weeks that I've been waiting for this order? I was a little annoyed. But things are the supply chain is very stressed right now. I get that. And especially because the reason a lot of the packaging I use, like plastic bottles and stuff, the reason they're in, like, for bulk quantities are in such high demand is because a lot of people are making hand sanitizer. So a lot of distilleries and a lot of even the bulk supply companies I order for like soap supplies and cosmetic supplies and things like that, a lot of them have started making their own hand sanitizers. So a lot of them are like, yes, check back in June or July when these might be back in stock. I'm like, I kind of need them now. Although June apparently isn't that far away, I guess, at this point. Time's very weird right now, but I don't know. I have my good days. I have my bad days. I'm powering through. I'll get through this, or I won't. I don't know. At this point, who knows? I've stopped watching the news at this point. I'm like, you know what? Just tell me when I can go see other humans, and tell me when I need to go back to work. Otherwise, just shut the fuck up. I don't care. Because it's a shit show out there in the United States, and it's really annoying. And I'm not going to get into like my political leanings on this, but I have my spirituality and I don't want to say maybe faith in the universe, but faith in myself as a human. Because you know what? Shit's fucked up. It's not gonna not be fucked up for a very long time. It's like you just click the switch, it goes away, and woohoo! Everything's back to normal. Yay! We're in this for the long haul, and it's time people face that and deal with that. And I have a hard time with it because I'm alone. You know, one of the things I posted to my Facebook last night for the people who are solo quarantined, I'm like, when was the last time someone physically touched you? Like, not sexually. I'm like, when was the last time, you hugged a friend or a family member or shook someone's hand or stuff like that? And most of us are at months at this point. Haven't hugged my parents since the last time I visited sometime in February. Haven't hugged my niece and nephew since Christmas. I haven't seen my boyfriend and hugged him since early March. Haven't seen my other partner since sometime in February. Probably last time I hugged a friend was maybe before we stopped working mid-March. So outside of that, the only human contact I had was when I was finishing up my DTMS appointments, which I mentioned earlier. So probably had like my blood pressure taken. That was probably it. Nothing too comforting, I guess, is a good word. So, when you're living in this existence right now alone and you don't have anyone to always talk to on a regular basis and, hug you, just a little touch, little pat on the back, those little things that you take for granted. I miss that. I could use a hug. I don't know when anyone's gonna be able to hug me right now. It's the little things in life. So I'm doing the best I can to keep my head above water, to stay sane, doing my witchy shit. Hail Satan. But anyways, I don't know. It's just me rambling on my blog about my life. And to all you out there who are quarantining alone, I know this feels like the end of the world, and there's days where I feel like I can't breathe because I feel like this is just never going to end, and I'm never going to see anyone again. And maybe this is a message to myself as well. Stay strong, find your center, do whatever you can to survive. Because in the end, it comes down to you. And I am going to survive. Much love to you all.